In today's video, we're going to talk about Morbius, the movie, Sony's next movie, which is really set in its own pocket reality and has nothing to do with anything else currently. And we're going to go over some other Marvel Phase 4 topics as well. So, if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture based content we do here on a daily basis. If you could, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on. It really does help the channel. Comment down below. It really helps the video get pushed out to the algorithm. Also, share it everywhere. If you want to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice, just check us out on Instagram at Warstu. And if you could, follow me on Twitter, WarstuG. Join the Warstuverse over there. Right, heavy spoilers. So, Morbius has gone through more rewrites and more delays than maybe maybe not the Flash, but it was supposed to come out before what happened to the world. So, I feel like Sony is going to come under so much fire when this movie comes out, because pretty much the information I'm about to say is factual, because I've seen a lot of inside scoopers. I've spoke to people at work in the industry behind the scenes, and they've validated what I thought. So essentially, Michael Keaton isn't in the movie. As you know, he plays Adrian Toomes, and in the MCU, he plays Vulture. And from the first trailer of Morbius, they tried to sell you the movie on the premise that it was Vulture, and it was like a multiversal MCU crossover. But realistically, it's got nothing to do with nothing. Apparently, Michael Keaton isn't even in the movie. He shot so much stuff, apparently, but it's all been cut. So the trailers are very misleading. And not just for this, the whole SpiderMan graffiti is being cut from the movie. There is literally no Spider-Man talk at all. And now the director's coming out to save face. So the alleged post-credit scene or ending scene goes like this. Adrian Toomes receives a letter in prison explaining they're ready to build a team with some people in mind. Then proceeds to unfold a black and white photo of Kraven the Hunter. That's pretty interesting. So he's not in the movie. And then My Time to Shine, she seems really credible. She also said the following: Keaton is only in a post-credit scene in Morbius. They did shoot a lot, but for some reason, it's actually being cut, massively cut. And it actually is quite weird. Why? Because I think it was over Christmas, maybe January time. I can't remember exactly, but Michael Keaton was on a talk show, said he was filming some Vulture-related stuff, and I really don't have high hopes for this movie. I don't like to criticize any movie, but I have read the plot leak for the whole movie, and I've had it validated and confirmed, and this movie is kind of weird. It's a really weird movie, because it doesn't really connect to anything, but then the director comes out and is like, Marvel director confirms Spider-Man exists in the Morbius movie universe. Okay, in an interview with Cinema Bland, but that's really irrelevant unless we see a Spider-Man. Of course, I mean, in almost all of the Spider-Verse, you know, the universes that exist in the Marvel universe, if you read the comics, the whole idea of that kind of Marvel string theory, if you call it that, it's very related to, if you remember, Seinfeld's alternative. You have a world where you have the same characters, and it's all the same character, but they are slightly different. So in almost every verse, you have a Spider-Man, you have a Warstu, you have a Fantastic Four, you have a Tony Stark, you have a Morbius, but they're all different. The director clarified that this is not quite the way that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is approaching the idea. However, he did mention that the MCU is remaining to some core truth. So pretty much there is no Spider-Man in this movie. He also brought up the idea of the spider totems in all the universes, meaning there has to be a Spider-Man or a Spider-Woman. That's not quite the way the Marvel Cinematic Universe is approaching the idea, but they're remaining true to some core. Then you have a second kind of legend, which is about the totem, which is that in all universes there are a spider totem, which means that in all universes there is a Spider-Man or a Spider-Woman. Now, I feel like, personally, going off the record here, but we're actually on the record because we're on the microphone, that the director's saying this to save face, because information's come out that there is literally no connection to Venom, except for the I am Venom kind of scene. Venom doesn't appear, there's no Spider-Man references, there's literally no reference to anything else, and to the point where I don't even know if the Oscorp part of the trailer is going to be in the movie, but everyone assumed, because we had Oscorp in the trailer, that there was going to be some correlation to the greater universe. But the post-credit scene implies they're building up the Sinister Six and Kraven the Hunter, and building into Kraven Hunter's standalone movie that they're currently shooting in London. I'm not telling you not to go watch the Morbius movie, but don't go watching it thinking Andrew Garfield or Tobey will appear, because that is 100% not going to happen, but down the road it could. This movie has to do well or else they won't make another one with Morbius. And as I said on Twitter earlier, at Warstu, don't be expecting Morbius to be part of Midnight Suns. I think Jared Leto has been trying to advertise this movie almost like he could meet Spider-Man, but realistically, it's not going to work in the current. Also, in the news, Thor Love and Thunder, everyone is trying to make the trailer come out, even though we don't need it till after Doctor Strange 2 comes out in May. But there is some information that people seem to think this is why there's no trailer. So, Thor Love and Thunder reshoot started last week. By the way, Thor Love and Thunder reshoot started last week. As I'm told, Christian Bale was down in Manhattan Beach doing some gore. God Butcherer. Yeah, I know I say God Butcherer. I know it's God Butcher. Lads, I say that to make you comment. I still don't believe the reason there has been no Thor trailer yet is because of reshoots. The reason is we do not need a trailer until after Doctor Strange 2. Midnight comes out very soon. Doctor Strange 2 comes out very soon. Marvel does not promote two massive movies in the post-you-know-what world. It's not going to happen. Now, if it does happen, I would take a huge L and say, all right, lads and ladettes, I was wrong. But at the moment, I've spoke to a bunch of people behind the scenes, and they're all telling me the same thing. No trailer talk at all at the moment. So everyone keeps saying it's coming out on the 25th. I hope the trailer does come out on the 25th, because then I can correlate the trailer to all the plot leaks and we can do some cool videos. But realistically, I know the trailer's not coming next week. So also in the apparently now people are confirming that John Krasinski does in fact appear as Mr. Fantastic, because these people's, I don't really know what relevance these people have, but it's a Reddit post. Casey Walsh said, I know someone who saw Doctor Strange in Multiverse Madness, and shared a tweet of John Kay. The Illuminati, from a now deleted article, said something. From what we've heard, it sounds like John Kay may have filmed scenes as Mr. Fantastic. Cool story. Night Edge Gambit, small tidbit, one of the members of the MCU Fantastic Four has for sure already been cast. P.S. I have no idea who the actor is. My Time to Shine also said, John Kay is playing a variant in Mr. Fantastic. Viewer Anon said, I've heard Mr. Fantastic is in Doctor Strange 2, but not played by John Kay. Interesting. Then recently updated and say he's hearing a bunch of people saying it, and it's probably the other people. And obviously Daniel RPK, who's predominantly known for getting trailer information and poster information right, I'm hearing that John Kay is gonna be in this. Treat it as a rumor for now. He also later went on to specify he was referring to a variant of the character. And Warstu also confirms that John Kay is in the movie, but everyone's known this for like a year or so. So understand how that is even new. So also in the news, you guys must be getting annoyed with these Doctor Strange 2 post-credit scene rumors, but we've got to treat them like a rumor. So rumor, Multiverse of Madness. Post-credit reveals Mr. Fantastic, played by the original Mr. Fantastic, as the only surviving member of the Illuminati. The scene also heavily indicates he will be the main antagonist in the up-and-coming Fantastic Four. Take it as you will. No idea if that is true. It might be true, might not be true. That's coming from our good friends over at Moth Culture. I will keep using them. People keep saying they're not credible, but like I say, pretty much no one's credible until actually something comes out. And then you realize that everyone was wrong or everyone was right. So that would be interesting if he was playing an antagonistic villain, which is like a lot of people have quoted it, saying that he will essentially become the Maker, essentially. So he's becoming a villain, is he? That'd be interesting. That would be interesting, although Fantastic Four is essentially going to build up to Galactus long term and introduce Doctor Doom at some point. So that would be cool. That would be cool. Hopefully I won't put the Doctor Strange 2 stuff in the title, but you never know. You never know. You guys love me putting that in the title. So also in the news, an actor in a movie has come out and said this movie is going to be the best movie. That really, really doesn't hold much merit. So Angelique Bassett came out and essentially said that Black Panther 2 is going to be better than the first one, which is not exactly going to come out and say that it's an awful movie. I really don't understand why actors come out and say this stuff. The actress via the Hollywood Reporter claimed the MCU sequel is going to top the first film. It's going to be amazing. It's going to top the first one. Can I say that Marvel? Can I say that? Interesting. Goes on to say this, Ryan Coogler as the perfect leader. It is. He was such an example, such a leader, an amazing talent. We all know that. The big heart, great intelligence, and we just hope to raise his standard. It will be amazing. Our director, Ryan Coogler, writer, director, perfect leader. So yeah, pretty much Angela Bassett's hyping Black Panther 2 for being better than the first one. We'll see, we'll see. So that is it for this video, guys. We went over Thor, where the trailer is major reshoots, Morbius post-credits scene, and Morbius being a train wreck, and also that Doctor Strange 2 scene, where the original Mr. Fantastic is going to become the villain in the Fantastic series, which could be interesting. So like like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu if you want to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Also, check us out on the Twitter sphere, WarstuG. I've got like 35 followers over there. Be much appreciated. And make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, comment as many times as possible, and share the video everywhere. And I will catch you in that next video very soon. Catch you later.